Trump offers financial relief for every American woman. And then Mark Cuban takes a pot shot at him like a big crybaby moron billionaire that he is, multimillionaire anyways. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TenNapel. I'm the happiest patriot on the planet. Things are going good for Trump. Things are going to get a whole lot better after this.
When I'm reelected, I will do everything I can to support parents who make the courageous choice of homeschool.
Boo, the homeschool bugaboo. Boo, Democrats shriek. They despise homeschoolers because they're in the pockets of unions. They have the low-performing schools where they socially reorganize all of the people, and Trump is going to break it in half. This is going to be a very popular thing for people on the right who love freedom, liberty, and don't want their kids brainwashed.
Under the Trump tax cuts, we allowed families to use 529 education savings accounts to spend up to $10,000 a year tax-free on tuition for grades K through 12. This was a tremendous win for school choice, very important, school choice, remember that term.
He's bringing up school choice. It also just so happens to perform very well among Black voters. It is one of their top tier issues because many of the problems they have is with education. They're stuck in loser, terrible schools. There's nowhere else they can go. Both parents are working or one parent is working and they're stuck in there. They need the state basically takes the kid during the school hours. So what would happen if you allowed the money to follow your kid instead of forcing the kid to go get that money by attending a failing school with bad test grades, no opportunity and no real education, failing test scores, chaos in the classrooms?
And yet that benefit did not apply to homeschoolers. So to support the growing homeschool movement, in my next term, I will immediately fight to allow homeschool parents the same incredible benefit, $10,000 a year per child, completely tax-free to spend on costs associated with homeschool education.
Now, 30 million Christian evangelicals are not voting. They have said they will not vote for Trump or Kamala because he's icky. That's fine. That's fair. But they're going to want to homeschool their kids. So how can you argue against, say that he's against your religion when with religious freedom, he's going to give you a huge supercharge to send your kids to Christian schools or to homeschool them in the way that you want to raise them?
I will also work to ensure that every homeschool family is entitled to full access to the benefits available to non-homeschool students, including participating in athletic programs, clubs, after-school activities, educational trips, and more. To every homeschool family, I will be your champion. Do not vote Democrat. They are looking to destroy you. If you don't mind my saying that, Joe Biden can't put two sentences together, and yet he's looking to destroy you. Do not vote Democrat. Vote for Honest Donald. Thank you very much.
I like his laugh at the end. Honest Donald. He's right that Joe Biden is trying to destroy the family. The Democrats are trying to destroy the family. It's true. In California, they're utterly at war with homeschooling, and they try and make it as difficult as possible. This should be hugely popular, especially to the people that are relegated to educate the kids. Who usually handles the education? Women. Speaking of women, here's Mark Cuban.
Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. It's just that simple.
I'm proud to be the highest ranking woman in the United States Congress. When I ran, I was the youngest woman ever elected. I'm the most senior woman on the House Armed Services Committee, the House Intelligence Committee, and I proudly am voting and endorse President Trump.
That's the quote, Mark Cuban, and what you just said there is disrespectful. And it crosses the line. How about Tulsi Gabbard? Let me ask you about Tulsi, your friend Tulsi, right?
Mark Cuban, did you know that we had more women on senior staff, working moms, than any other White House in the history of this country? So how dare you say that President Trump has no strong, smart women around him? Look at Susie Wiles, his campaign manager. Look at Laura Trump, the head of the RNC. Look at Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary of the current campaign, who runs circles around the leftist media all day, every day. For a party that can't even define what a woman is, shame on you.
Hey, Mark, are you saying that I am not strong or intelligent? I was selected by President Trump to be the executive director of Veterans for Trump, the largest coalition in the 2024 campaign. I served 20 years in the United States Marine Corps on active duty and retired the rank of gunnery sergeant. Are you saying I'm not strong or intelligent?
And you're putting women down? See, President Trump doesn't do that. He surrounds himself with strong women like me.
Yo soy Bianca Rodríguez, una mujer latina, puertorriqueña, inteligente y fuerte, orgullosísima de apoyar al presidente Donald Trump y de poder tener el honor de trabajar para él.
I just heard that Mark Cuban said that there are no strong or intelligent women who support Donald Trump. What unadulterated hogwash.
And of course we talked about the Mark Cuban comments. He's a bully.
Look at the policy. Mark Cuban may not know strong women. Homeschooling moms are strong women. Stay-at-home moms are strong women. People who run private schools, the women in those private schools, most of the teachers are women. They're strong women. Mark Cuban is the one who doesn't advocate for policies that actually empower strong women. He wants to take away their power, give them less power, which is what a wussy with a P does. And that's what he is. And that's why he looks like too much plastic surgery on his melted candle face. And he's just jealous of Donald Trump and Elon Musk succeeding and winning while he's left in the dust.
And I'm announcing today a new step that I'll take to get emergency price relief to all Americans. On day one, I will sign an executive order directing every federal agency to immediately remove every single burdensome regulation driving up the cost of goods. They drive up the cost of goods.
That's another across the board savior of the people. To get, remember, all these regulations, a phone book, I mean, it'd go up to beyond the ceiling if you were to stack them all up. Attacking American businesses and attacking American prosperity because the government tries to make businesses too safe. And we need to inject some liberty into that to counterbalance what they're doing.
We have so many regulations that hurt our country. I cut more regulations ×4 than any president in the history of our country. And that's why we had the greatest economy in history. That's one of the reasons why.
You can look that up and it's true. They had a rule where they had to cut 4 regulations for every one that they proposed. That takes dead regulations off the books. Most of them just are nearly inapplicable or ancient, but they're stuck there because it's too hard to remove them. If he removes them, it would supercharge the economy. He did it a little bit before, but now he knows the real ground game. They shot him in the ear. He has nothing to lose. He's going in to fix in the deepest way possible. And this terrifies Democrats who hide behind their bureaucratic state.
The other is I gave you the largest tax cut in the history of our country, including Ronald Reagan. Furthermore, I will create a new cabinet position for a senior member of my administration who will be tasked exclusively with doing everything in the federal government's power to reduce the cost of living. We have to not be able to live.
That's one way to do it. You put a whole department in charge of it. And what he comes up with, if he has creative people like Elon Musk on board, they will find creative ways to lower the cost of living. That goes just as a general statement across the board. Once again, even if you just say all Americans benefit, half of those are going to be women. So he's empowering all women. I didn't hear in that thing that it would only affect men. I didn't hear anything that said it would not be allowed to affect Puerto Ricans. So who exactly is harming the Puerto Ricans? Who exactly is harming the women? Democrats. I'm Doug, in exile. Shout out to all my strong women out there.